Russia's latest move to cut natural gas supply to Europe is intensifying global competition for seaborne shipments of the fuel, threatening higher prices and shortages from Asia to South America. Let's bring in Bloomberg's energy reporter, Stapczynski. Stephen, you're always fantastic on this. What is the wider impact on other regions and markets of the events that are playing out in Europe?
Absolutely. This is not just a Europe story. The global gas market is that. It is global, and it's more interconnected than ever before. And so when Russia cuts supply to Europe, as you said in the previous segment, Europe needs to make that up by replacing the fuel with LNG. Now, LNG, liquefied natural gas, is sent by ship around the world. The biggest buyers of LNG are in North Asia. There are also buyers in South America. There are buyers in South Asia. And the fact of the matter is, the more Europe buys LNG, the more it puts them in direct competition with those other regions. And we're already seeing prices surge for liquefied natural gas to the highest level for this time of year, and it's threatening at these price levels countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Argentina can no longer afford to buy the LNG because there just isn't enough supply in the market. You can't bring it online fast enough. So this is having a global impact, and it threatens higher inflation for the countries that are buying it, like Japan and South Korea. In fact, utilities in Japan and South Korea are accelerating purchases because they're worried that this winter, Europe is going to try to hoard as much LNG as possible. So right now, you have Japanese traders on the phone trying to secure LNG. Same with South Korea. It is having a global impact. So what Putin does and what happens with Nord Stream reverberates around the world.
Yeah, ripples far beyond Germany. What are the abilities, Stephen, of the major gas producers, Qatar, of course, Australia, the US, to ramp up production?
In the short term, I'm talking about this winter, there is very little they can do. They can maybe squeeze out a little bit more supply, but it's very challenging to boost LNG output in the short term. Now, longer term, there is a lot they can do. They can expand their capacity, but that's not going to come online until about 2026. LNG export facilities are giant infrastructure pieces that take a lot of investment, billions of dollars in investment, and years to put online. So there's not much that these suppliers can do in the short term, but longer term they can try to address this supply crunch. So that means that we're not just looking at 2022 summer or winter, but also 2023 and potentially 2024 are also going to be quite tight as this capacity takes years to come online.